Bon, alors, today we're going to attack Newcastle's needs, transfers. We're going to do it in multiple videos because there's a bit to cover, given the ambitions that the team has, trying to match the ambitions of last season or the last few seasons, meaning qualifying for the Champions League, winning a cup, hopefully once a year, at least once every 2 years would be insane. So we're gonna be covering each of those to keep on par with those needs and those expectations. They're gonna have to upgrade a few things, let a few people go, bring in a few of them. I've counted about 8 players that I think should be let go, whether they get sold, dropped for free, not sure. Some of them have heavier salaries, so ideally let's try and sell, but even if it's for free, at least lighten the weight on that. They've already got 2 transfers out, brought in a bit of money, Sean Longstaff for 14 million and Lloyd Kelly for 17 million, which is a huge surprise for me. I'll take it. Good luck to him on his career, but I never understood the transfer to begin with. Still not understanding the transfer out for that much money to Juventus. Good for him. Sean Longstaff, sad to see a boy club go, but had to happen. He's not at the standard of the expectations or of the needs that we have. So best of luck to him at Leeds. Always welcome back. And a few left that have gone for free. Unfortunately, Callum Wilson is one of them. We need to replace him. I know we got Alusa, is that? Correct me if I'm wrong with his name, during the January, I think, transfer window, but we need to get another backup for a striker. We got Elanga, but he's more for the right wing, or even the left, but Gordon is unbeatable there, so I'd play him on the right with Jacob Murphy as his backup. He's been doing amazingly since Almiron's left, but I would have him as a backup from now on. So there's a few more changes I do, maybe on the wings, up front and midfield. A bit more on all of that in the next videos. I'm looking forward to hearing some of your comments because I'll need a bit of input on this. Already, goalkeeper real quick, love Nick Pope, love Martin Dubravka. Both of them insane goalies. I personally prefer Dubravka, even though Nick Pope obviously is the English one of the 3 goalies for the English team, but performance-wise, I think Dubravka brings a certain confidence in the game, in the possession, which Nick Pope clearly lacks. However, neither of them are getting any younger. They would need themselves to look for a backup, a younger version of an early backup, soon to be first one, ASAP. My first choice would be James Trafford. Insane with the Man City Academy. Don't know why they never kept him. He went to Burnley. Currently rumours of him coming back to Man City, maybe, but with Ederson leaving. I don't know. I hope not, because I don't know. They could have handled that career. I'd go to him as Newcastle. Give him the project. He can be with us for a long time. I would then move on to centre backs. Sven Botman, Fabian Schär, those 2 are walls. Huge players. They've done incredible, especially when Sven is fit and they're playing together, top notch. However, he's not great at staying fit, and Schär isn't getting any younger either. He's got a bit of attitude issues every now and then. So we would definitely need a strong left centre back. Dan Burn is a real good option given the 2-3 last seasons he's had, but again, not getting any younger. A right centre back, I would get someone to replace Schär, because I love Jamel Lassalle, long-time club captain. He's not, again, at the level that we need for the ambitions of this club. So we need someone there. Right back, again, we've got Trippier, we've got Livramento, incredible, top-notch, but Trippier can be injured. Livramento has a tendency to cover at left back because left back, when Lewis Hall is injured, then the final backup is going to be Matt Targett, and he doesn't match the levels of the ambition either. So it's a whole thing. We need at least one backup at each defensive position. Now for the midfield, maybe wingers. Midfield, we know the starting trio, Joelinton, Guimaraes, Tonali. Insane. They've proven to us what they can do, all three of them together, with Sean Longstaff as a backup, who's now gone to Leeds. Lewis Miley, a young, huge prospect, English from the Newcastle Academy. Love him to bits. I found him underutilized last season. He may have had a decline in performance after his injury. I don't know. I haven't seen him enough. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of him. However, he cannot be the main backup with Joe Willock. Not for the levels we want to reach. So I would actually recommend, instead of going for backup options first, I'd look for a rotational alternative for Joelinton. Don't get me wrong. Joelinton, for me, has the level needed to be a starter. I just think we can bring him someone either younger than him with a matching similar level, or someone of his age that brings a different profile that could also be a starter. Why? Because Newcastle, in cup ambitions, in staying in the top 5 of the Premier League, and obviously trying to always fight for a better and better positioning in the Premier League standings, I think they're going to meet a lot of different types of opponents. And I don't think Joelinton is a match for all of those. We all know him. He's fiery. He's passionate. Don't get me wrong. Newcastle is that as a club. But I think as a rotational option, he would do well off the bench to come on, and we have another starter. But that, again, can't be Lewis Miley, can't be Joe Willock. Not for the ambitions we want. So I'm going to dig a bit deeper to try and offer you guys a choice for this. However, if you have any, please let me know in the comments. On the wings, we just got Elanga in. Love him. Always rated him, even already in Man United, even more Nottingham Forest. Now, I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do as a right winger. For me, in front of Jacob Murphy, who's going to be world-class, not world-class, but nearly a world-class sub for him. Insane. And keeping Anthony Gordon on the left wing, that will be absolutely top-notch. Now we're going wing attack. So we've got Elanga and Jacob Murphy on the right wing. Insane combination there that can occur. Smaller game start, Jacob Murphy, bring on Elanga. Love it. Left wing, we've got Anthony Gordon. We've got Harvey Barnes. I've always rated him. At Leicester, he's always been incredible. He's not of a starter caliber for Newcastle with the ambitions, but that's why he's a great backup to Anthony Gordon, because he brings in a different profile, different type of game. I love it. That's how you throw off opponents. Tire them out, wear them down, bring on another type, change the game. They've got a couple of youngsters. A young Spanish one that they just got in called Antonio Cordero. That can play mostly, I think, on the left, but apparently also on the right. I'm looking forward to seeing a bit of him, or send him out on loan, see what's what. They also have Trevin Sanusi. I've heard his name floated around and about. I want to see some of him, or see him on loan at a championship team. I'm looking forward to that. However, now, strikers. Obviously, we've got Alexander Isak. We're hoping to keep him in. He has to stay. It matches the ambition. There's no other choice, especially with Callum Wilson's departure. He's left for free. Enjoy the rest of whatever career you have ahead of you. You deserve whatever comes next. all the best, thank you for everything. But we only now have William Osula, and I haven't seen enough of him to be sure and say, like, guys, he's the next step for Alexander Isak. He's the next backup. I don't think so. I don't know enough. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you've seen more of him than I have, please let me know. However, as of right now, we need a backup. Again, Elanga can play up front, but I don't see him as a backup. He's a starter on the right wing, not a backup for the striking option. So we need someone else up there as a backup, but a solid performing backup. I'm going to dig more on that also as a midfield alternative. Let me know what you think for those two key positions. I'm looking forward to reading whatever you're going to write. See you later. Don't forget to like, comment, and follow.